right, we'd like to welcome everyone to yet another fantastic edition of the Internet Citadel Show. We have a fantastic show lined up for you tonight. I am so excited. We have a pair of wonderful women with us tonight. We're going to go through and introduce them to you, but first what I'd like to do is introduce to you my co-host. She's a dear, dear friend of mine, a business partner, but more importantly a friend. She's got an unbelievable amount of experience and background that helps make us a team and I call her the glue that keeps this show together. She is an operations manager and sales manager from 25 years of experience. This is all with a Fortune 500 company. Very impressive. She's also had a lot of affiliate marketing background and experience dating back to the early 90s, and that I like to affectionately call her the affiliate marketing queen, and that's because she is so good at what she does. In fact, she didn't even want me to mention this, but very recently, this is down the line of affiliate marketing, she's been given the designation of power seller on eBay. Not only that, even more recently, she just received another certificate in the mail from eBay saying that she is a top-rated seller. And that's because she does it with honesty and integrity and great ethics, and that's one of the reasons she is my partner. Also, she has network marketing experience dating back to the mid-'80s, just experience after experience after experience. And currently, she is a national marketing and sales director for a fairly new bridal shoe company called Bliss Bridal Shoes. So be sure to check them out at blissbridalshoes.com if you or anyone you know happen to be getting married soon. And of course, if you're female, I don't think they cater to the men. Sorry, guys. But without further ado, what I'd like to do is introduce my very, very good friend and co-host, Kathy Stover.
Brian, hi, good evening. I am as excited as you are about our guest this evening, but as always, I want to take my turn. Thank you so much. You are always so gracious in the accolades that you give to me. I, too, would like to tell you about my business partner and, most importantly, my friend Brian. Talk about integrity and character, things that are very, very important to me. We are the glue together that keeps the team working and what we have going on. Brian has got over 23 years of software experience. He also was co-owner for 6 years of a travel-based multi-level marketing company. Brian, talking about the glue here, Brian is the glue that puts all of this wonderful software so that you can see us each week, and the web pages and everything, the videos and all of the things that you see are all the mastermind of what Brian puts together and brings to what we have here. The other thing I want to share with you is part of his talents, if you look below, on Tweet Performance is a program that he has devised. It's a wonderful step-by-step blueprint for anybody that's interested in learning how to Twitter and grow your business in niche markets. The other thing is Brian has had an extensive background and experience in multi-level marketing and network marketing and affiliate marketing as well. So Brian, thank you so much for your introduction, and don't want to take up any more time. Off to you so that we can talk about our very special guest and our new dear friend.
Well, fantastic, and it's actually off to us. We are both going to introduce this next pair because they are a pair. It is Melody and Marilyn. They are twins, obviously, as you can see on the page if you're watching this via internetcitadel.com. So first of all, I'd like to run through quickly, if I can, the extensive bio of Melody Harper. She's got a master's in career development and community counseling. That came from the National University in California. Also a bachelor's of arts in psychology at California State University of Long Beach, my alma mater. Yeah, love it. Yeah. She is currently the co-founder and CEO of Keemer Twins International, which is the company, of course, she has with her sister. She's also a speaker, a coach, an author, and an entrepreneur. She has an extensive background in education. I'm going to rip through this really fast, but she has worked at various institutions, including Irvine Valley College, Santa Ana College, Albor Charter School, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Constellation Community Middle School, Government Occupation Career Center, California State University of Fullerton, California State University of Long Beach, yay 49ers, Lee Hecht Harrison, Garden Hall Elementary School, Prince of Peace Elementary School, and that was the final one. Wow, that's a bunch. She's held various positions at those institutions, including vice principal, director, supervisor, career counselor. It goes on and on and on. Just the credentials are incredible. And real quickly, she's also a member of a few professional associations or memberships. I'll quickly mention three of them: California Association for Counseling and Development, California Career Development Association, and the American Seminar Leaders Association. Quite impressive laundry list, if you will, of accomplishments, background, and education. And Kathy, I will let you take care of the second half of this dynamic duo.
Okay, I shall put on my eyeballs here. I pared down a little bit more, I think. But I want to tell you about Marilyn Keemer-Legas. Marilyn's educational accomplishments include a Master of Arts in Education and a Bachelor of Arts in Home Economics. She is involved in a myriad of educational experiences, and her professional experience, she is the co-founder and CEO of Keemer Twins International. She is also a speaker, a coach, an author, and an entrepreneur. She has been involved with Orange County Department of Education, Community Home Education Program, Educational Consultant Teacher, and Site Liaison. BTSA, and I'm not sure what that stands for, but she is the Mentor for Beginning Teachers. Oh, that's what it is, Mentor for Beginning Teachers and Support Staff. Hello, should have had a V8. Capistrano Unified School District Adult Education Parent-Child Development Instructor. She has been involved in film, television, stage, commercials, local and national. And her professional memberships include American Seminar Leaders Association, SAG, AFTRA, Equity, AGVA, and Soprano. You're going to have to say this one for me. Say it again.
Seroptimist International.
Seroptimist International. Thank you. That's a mouthful if you say it 5 times or even once in my case. Brian, back to you.
Now, we're not done because this dynamic duo has an extensive background, not only in a professional arena as far as education and experience with that whole genre, but they also have an extensive background in the entertainment industry. And I'd like to go over that quickly, covering both of them at the same time in this time. They are known as the Keemer Twins, as you can see on our website. They have been involved in several films. I'll go through 5 of them. Double Trouble with Elvis Presley, Willing to Kill with Leslie Ann Warren and Tess Harper, Deconstructing Sarah with A. Martinez, Rachel Ticotin, I hope I'm not mispronouncing that, Ticketon, and Sheila Kelly, I like that last name, Gunplay with Mark Sherman, Anthony Contreras, and Warren Draper, and Gay Deceivers with Kevin Coughlin, Brooke Bundy, and Lauren P. Casey. And Kathy, they also have television entertainment background.
They have a television entertainment background. They have been on the Johnny Carson show, Tonight Show, with a guest appearance with Ernest Borgnine and Gabe Kaplan. They also, let's see, Jackson Twins lead roles in the series pilot with Dennis O'Keefe, Jan Clayton, and Ray Teal. They were involved with the Miss America pageants, Miss Los Angeles County, Miss California first runner-up, Right On Girl. Following year, they were featured performers. Beverly Hills 90210 guest performance with Shannon Dougherty and Jenny Garth and Jason Priestley, Luke Perry, and Gabrielle Cateris. Mr. Novak guest stars with Jane Franciscus and Dean Jager. Also, the Lagarde Show, they were guest singers, and Chef Milani guest singers as well. These women, they were singing when we first came on tonight. They're just an absolute delight. Brian, back to you.
And they have appeared on numerous commercials. Head and Shoulders, Alberto VO5, Apple Computer, Budweiser Beer, Tyson Chicken, Jell-O, U.S. Postal Service, AT&T, California Gas Company. Thank you for watching our show. We are done. No, I'm kidding. There's a huge amount of accolades and background. One final category, Kathy, with a few of people that they have performed and worked with.
Well, you know, I'll tell you what, there are so many. They have performed and worked and appeared with so many actors and actresses because we want to feel the essence of these 2 women and share them with you. Brian, do the honors and please introduce our special guest tonight.
Well, without further ado, we have just spent a good 12 to 13 minutes introducing this incredible pair. I would like to introduce to everyone the Keemer twins, both Melody and Marilyn. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hi,
Brian.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, Kathy.
Thanks so much for
Hi,
coming.
how are you?
And you are?
Okay, tell us who's who.
Melody and Marilyn.
Let's see,
And
Melody.
I'll tell you what
What a lead on.
Fantastic.
Introduction.
Now,
you know, what a perfect fit in having you
Yes.
both on our show this week. You know, as our previous guest from last week, Libby Gill, the author of You Unstuck and her Accountability Club, talked about the subject of accountability. With that being said, we would like to chronicle your journey to success. So,
We
in
love
the
it.
spirit
Great.
so in the spirit of how we met, how important would you say attending events and seminars is to the overall importance toward reaching the goals that you have set? And kind of share how we met, if you will.
Okay. Well, we met at the Wealth Builders Summit in LA, and that was put on by Robert Finkelstein, a good friend of ours, and John Halpin. And the two of you were sitting down the row from us, and we were on stage getting up there with Lynn Rose, and we were singing, and you two came to us afterwards and were talking to us and said, we need to talk to you about this show. That's networking, and that's a real important reason why we go to all these different programs.
You learn so much from each of the speakers. You pick up tips, you pick up tools of the trade that really help you to hone in on your career and what will work for you. And also gives you an opportunity, as Melody said, to network with others and to help each other. You're there to support one another. And it's a very important tool.
Huge difference. Makes a
Yeah,
huge difference
yeah.
in your growth and your production. And then you also, with the two of you, we have already become very, very lifetime friends. We just know it's going to continue forever, and that's important to us.
yeah, we couldn't agree more. There's no doubt in my mind, nor Kathy's mind. We have spoken off camera, off on the phone together, Kathy and I, and you two are just gems from head to toe. You two lit up the room, and there were a lot of people in that room. And
Okay, fun.
everyone's eyes continually gravitate toward the two of you because always smiling, always happy. You were up dancing on stage, just wonderful individuals.
We like having fun.
And I met one of you in the little coffee shop over there.
Yeah,
and
me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
so
we
I
were
thought-
buying a donut.
Yeah.
yeah, and I
Yeah,
said,
That's right.
you know, forgive me for asking, but have you been on television or you know something in the entertainment industry? He says, why, yes, I have. Well, now we know. That was something I recognized about her. So that's how it really all started. We had just started talking and got to know each other. But the importance of attending these, what we call events, seminars, not just these. This was like a mega seminar where many speakers showed up, and what they did was they provided incredible content, and at the end they provided a means for us to learn more by purchasing their program, seminar, products,
Yes.
etc. And I would like to ask the both of you, because I know you had made a purchase during that show, and so did Kathy and I, but from your perspective, how important was that, and do you feel it was a worthwhile investment for your continuing education, if you will, in your business development process?
Oh,
We
absolutely.
felt it was very important.
Oh,
Yeah.
critical.
We have a mentor right now that is bar none outstanding, James Malinchak, and we have been working very closely with him this year. We started effectively I could
About a
came up
year
with-
ago.
not
Millionaire
quite,
Apprentice Program.
about 10 months ago, I guess. And he's been vital. And at the particular seminar that we were with you at the Wealth Builders, we did
Joel
apply
Bauer.
for Joel Bauer, and we spent it was 3 days.
Yeah, it's a
No, a
2 day.
two-day
Intensive.
workshop. It was very intensive, and it was to help us with refining our book and our presentation skills. It was excellent.
Yeah, we have been really stuck, and that was one area we really needed to move on in, and that was doing our book. And that really kind of got us over the hurdle. And just a few little things, a few little tips can make a difference. So we really, really cherish the times that we have with these different workshops and different mentors that we have. So it was beneficial to us.
Interesting you bring up book. What is the primary reason for you to help build your business? Why are you writing a book?
A book gives you credibility. It shows you that and tells other people that you're an expert in something. You have something to offer that can help others. And for us, we just like our website is Twins for a Reason. We feel we're here for a reason to help others. And communication is a big part of that. The relationship we have is really special. With our whole family, it's special. From our parents down to our siblings, down to our children and our grandchildren, that is the most important part of us. And so,
the precious gift that we have.
Yeah, it is. And I think, like Marilyn said that one time, it's like getting back to the soul of being twins. It's important to us. And doing the book is giving us that avenue to help us, I think, bring that back out to the public. And at the same time, education is real important. And so we want to make sure that we help people be more successful getting through elementary, middle school, high school, and into their future college and their life in general. Communication is the #1 thing to really help you get out there and be successful.
And
you also asked about, I'm sorry?
Well, I just wanted to back up a second and hit a little bit harder on the point Kathy had started to make in the very beginning of the show, was that one of the reasons we have the two of you on this show is you are now in the beginning stages, or even the beginning to middle stages, of building your entity, your business, your name, your brand, etc. And I thought it would be a great idea to have you on this show at the point you are right now, so that we could track your progress, keep in touch, of course, because we are going to be lifelong friends, and at a future date have you back on the show and find out exactly what it was that got you to the point where you were looking to get to. And it's interesting, it may not be the point you think it is today, because Kathy and I have made several turns in our journey already. But if you wouldn't mind documenting every step of the way to some degree, so that at a future date we can go by and review how important these seminars were in everything that goes with it. The book, the writing the book, everything that goes into building a business. This is why we call it a case study of entrepreneurs, both of you. You're well on your way, obviously. You're very committed, very dedicated. Those are excellent qualities. But just want to point that out. That's the purpose of this initial show with you two, and we definitely want to have you back to see how your progress is in a few, several months down the road. Give you some time to get your feet sunk in. And couldn't think of two better people to have it with, I'll tell you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We look forward to it.
That's really valuable to us, and we appreciate that. We've done so much in our life with our own careers, and we've been together and we've been independent of each other, and now we've decided this is a time to kind of reinvent another avenue for us. So we're excited about this journey, and doing the documenting, I think that's healthy, the accountability and the tracking, and we so appreciate the development of the relationship that we're having with you.
Well, the thing about it is, right, absolutely. But the other thing that's nice is that everybody gets to see, we're all everyday people, and with that being said, you're both into education.
Yes.
And that has been a lot of your background in entertainment as well. How important would you say that it is to have a passion and a goal set with whatever it is that you plan on doing?
I think it's vital to have a passion for what you choose. You're not going to be motivated and driven unless you do really focus on something that really gives you that extra energy, that gives you that desire and that goal and that motivation to keep going. So the passion is what's going to give the drive.
Yeah, in our presentations that we do, we really strive that to people, that go for where your heart is. And we always hear, and James Malinchak always says, you have the mindset and the skill set, and we've added,
it's very important,
we need the heart set. And so we have the heart set that we do as well. And so that's important, to find your passion, what you love, and go for it.
You mentioned presentations. So are you already standing up on stage or in front of groups presenting?
We do workshops, and we do keynote speaking as well. And a good portion of things I have been doing recently, and then Marilyn has been doing in hers through the homeschooling. Yeah, through the homeschooling and through the college realm. But now we're doing them together as more communication for the two of us. So,
and that's part of our goal and our commitment in the next few months, is that we will have lined up several booking engagements where we do speaking as a team.
Fantastic.
We want to take advantage of the dualism with us, and the twinship, and being able to really use that with the communication skills and relationship building skills, and working with duplicity, the replication, and the multiple benefits that you have in the workforce, in personal life, professional, and the development with the communication.
So by the way, I just want to tell you, Rick is saying hi to Melody and Marilyn.
Hi, Rick.
Rick, hi, how are you? We miss you.
So I just wanted to ask, part of the process is branding yourself, obviously. So where are you in that part of the process right now?
We're still in exploring because of the areas that we have for being twins. Our branding, obviously, we want to be something to do with twins. And so we've been using the word double, whether double trouble, double talk, double vision, double impact, double with everything. And then also with our last name being Keemer, our maiden name being Keemer, keys to success, double the values that we have. And so branding is going to be probably used around the double and being twins.
And part of it, what we learned, now as twins, we are dressing alike again. And we're going to kind of play with that for a little bit. We don't dress alike in our personal lives, but when we're together, we're dressing alike now, and we're going to see if that is effective or if we need to kind of mix match or whatever. So we're playing with that idea. But
and we're welcome suggestions too. We're hoping that people are giving us some ideas to help us to really fine-tune that branding.
I'm going to go out on a limb.
I'm glad that
I'm going to go on a limb and say that no matter what you two end up doing, it's going to work, because you guys, it's just you guys have this magnetic attraction, and it's just so pure and wonderful. I love it. But as far as branding, on top of that, like you said, you're already writing the book, or have you finished the book, or is it in writing right now?
It's pretty much completed.
Just about to go to publication.
Right.
Fantastic.
We need to hone in on the title of it.
Yeah, the title is what we have, and we have another book we're writing on right now too. That's a little different from that one. We have a couple of different niches that we're talking about, and we're trying to fine tune that so we can go one direction first, and then head out into our other direction too. Both passions, two different passions we have.
And anything else in the brand along the line of branding, getting your name out there, name recognition, face recognition? Have you explored other avenues? Like, I think you just recently started scratching the surface of social media marketing, for instance.
Yes, I knew you were going to say that.
Yes. Would you believe we're finally in Facebook?
And we're going to get on Twitter.
The Twitter and LinkedIn, and we do have a website that we have set up thanks to Ed Rush has helped us with that, and we need to develop it. And once we have our products, we've got our action plan and our home study guides put together. They're in the process. We will be putting those on the website. So we're trying to really develop that branding and that image.
And
so with those two sites we have right now, we have that twinsforareason.com, and then the other one is from homeschool to college.com. And so those are the two different areas that we're going to concentrate on right now.
As a matter of fact, on the very page that we're conducting this show live on the internet, Twins for a Reason, there's a banner beneath us. For those of you who are curious, go ahead and click on that. Like they said, Ed Rush is helping them out. I checked into him a little bit, and that's a phenomenal individual as well. You never say former Marine because they don't like that, but a Marine pilot, and I have some defense background myself, not enlisted, but it's a long story. But seemed like a fabulous individual. So definitely click on that link beneath us. Also, to the upper left of this video, if you're watching this live right now, if you click on their image, both Melody and Marilyn, you will go directly to their Facebook page. So be sure to follow them and ask them to be your friend on Facebook, so they can build a following. And you can also keep track of how they're doing and ask them how they're doing and what they're doing to get there. That would be a fantastic addition.
We love it.
Fabulous.
We like that.
We noticed also in there that you put our little clip from our Double Trouble film.
Yes.
Presley.
That's Brian's talent.
Thank you. That was very nice of you.
And I need to stand corrected here. It was not Rick. It's Laura Linda Rick.
Oh, Lorinda!
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry about that. I was looking at the abbreviation, and she says, "Love you guys."
We love her too.
She's been
Yeah,
one of
sorry
our
about
best
that.
friends for years and years and years. We won't tell you how many years. Last century.
Well, you know, one of the other things that I wanted to ask about is, and this is perfect, I wanted to ask about staying focused. How hard is it for you to stay focused, and how do you do that? How do you accomplish that?
Well, in honesty, that's a challenge.
Yeah, we like having a lot of fun.
It's a very fun challenge. What made me feel better is when we met Dan Kennedy at the Kennedy Glacier Summit, and
in Atlanta, Georgia.
And I purchased one of his books. We were talking a little bit, and one of the things that it says, he says, I'm very lazy by nature, and I get easily distracted. You have to really have self-discipline and focus. And that is something we work on regularly because we have so many different avenues that we are driving
Pulled away to.
Both of us work full-time. Both of us have our families. And
grandchildren.
our grandchildren, and we have our churches that we spend time at. So we have a lot of outside things. Plus, we live about a half hour from each other, which is miserable when you're twins and want to be together.
A lot of phoning. A lot of phoning and coming over to each other's houses.
So it's been a challenge, but it's been worthwhile, and you just have to keep readdressing your commitment and your target and your goals. It's very important to keep those goals set.
We really work on an action plan, because the action plan, setting your goals and doing the time management, is what we also teach that. We not only teach it in our educational background area, but we also do that in the workshops that we do and the different presentations that we do, so those are important. So we have to be models of that too. So we're trying to live up to that role as well.
And as you said, we're normal people, and everybody has to continually learn. We will be learning and growing all our lives. You never stop learning.
And the beauty of your arrangement
true.
is you two are already business partners. You have a partner to maintain accountability with each other, which is vitally important.
Sometimes that's hard.
It is nice.
Sure.
That's nice because
It's nice, it's hard too.
we have accountability together, but also individually. Very
Yeah,
true.
and you know, that's one thing that Kathy and I do so well with each other. We bounce things off each other, and we stay accountable to each other. It's not a one-person show. If it were, it probably wouldn't get done, to be quite honest. It's difficult to do anything. If you go to work out, you get in a workout regimen, you need a workout buddy. If one day you just don't feel like going. I've done this many times with one of my buddies, and I say, I just don't, come on, let's go, and all right, and I will go. And I will be very glad that I did go after I'm done as well. But I wanted to ask you, since you two know each other, obviously, how important would you say?
So.
Yeah,
A little bit.
just a little. But how important do you feel it is to have somebody from the outside looking in to help tell you, or to steer you, or to make comment on where you're going, to give you an extra degree, if you will, of accountability? How important would you say that would be?
Well, I think it's really
It's
important.
very valuable.
Yeah, because you get a different perspective. You get a different viewpoint from somebody else that is looking at things differently than maybe you are. And we're very big believers that if you pick up one idea, it can make a huge difference for you. I mean, you see some companies that come up with little ideas, and it can make a million in the long run. So we really welcome outside opinions, and brainstorming is really a great way to find things that maybe we hadn't thought of in the first place.
Right. They have a different perspective. They're looking from a different lens maybe than we are. It's kind of like seeing the trees through the forest. Sometimes you're so close to what you're working on that it's hard to see the big picture. So somebody coming in maybe has a global look at it and can really give you some insight and perspective, or just some kind of a little angle that you haven't even thought of that'll trigger something else in us. So I think it's valuable. The one thing that you need to be careful of, I think, though, is people that come to you from a negative standpoint.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And
Good
you need
point.
to
Toxic.
remove yourself from those type of people, because you need to stay focused. And if you're going to go for your dream and your passions, you really need to have that in mind and not allow any of those deterrents to come in the way. So people that have well-intentioned criticisms and critiques are effective. But if they're coming from the standpoint of shooting you in the foot, then you have to kind of weed those out.
True.
Well, that kind of brings up the topic of fear and rejection. So often, we get involved in a particular part of a program, or we set a goal to do something, and it's not just negative people that might affect us, but it's our, sometimes we can be our own worst enemy.
Yes.
So,
True.
how would you say that you would combat that if somebody's experiencing being afraid of moving forward? How would you help them, or what would you lend to that to help them move past that and not be afraid and continue to work towards what their goal is that they've set?
Yeah, we have, Dennis Waitley is a good friend of ours. Dennis Waitley wrote The Psychology of Winning, and he just said fear, I just remember saying F-E-A-R, fear, false evidence appearing real. And a good portion of what people do have a fear is really not reality-based. It's just they're holding themselves back. And so rejection is just if you don't continue forward. So overcoming your kind of fears. I remember with James brings up about fear, because we're not born with the fear of like speaking or fear of doing other things, other than, he says there's two fears that we're born with. Do you remember what they are? The fear of loud noises and the fear of falling. So everything else is learned. And so it's overcoming. And if you can learn to have that fear, you can also learn to counteract that and prevent it. And we help that. And a lot of times those are through barriers. And in our programs that we do, that Meryl and I do, it helps people get through their barriers and their fears and procrastination and to move forward. So
yeah, I just remember when we were really little and we shared the same bedroom, and at night,
separate beds. Most of the time.
Well, she'd push together. She'd be so afraid she'd jump over with me. So it would be dark. It'd be dark at night, and she would say, Melody would say to me, I'm afraid. Turn on the light, turn on the light. Well, she'd have me almost paralyzed.
She was my protector.
I'm
she
just
was
trying to
my
go to
protector.
sleep, and I'm saying, really, I have to raise my hand and turn on the light?
Go.
So I had to overcome the fear and be the strong one to turn the light on, or to strong enough to go, Mom! We'd have to call Mom, come get us or whatever. But it is interesting, fears that you have to address them and work through them. And a lot of times it's fear of failing. And so we would talk about Edison. Edison experimented with his
light bulb,
light for electricity for 1,000 times, and he said, I didn't fail. It's 1,000 times closer to success.
Right.
So overcoming your fears is real important.
Yeah, we were talking before the show about, I think there's a definite difference between, just to back up a second, between fear and being nervous. Because we were just talking before the show, I was kind of kidding with you two and saying, with your limited background in entertainment, which of course I was kidding. But I said,
yes.
So are you nervous for tonight's show? And you both said, of course we are, aren't you? And I said, yes, I am.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, it's a healthy energy, a healthy nervous energy, quite different than fear. But take that energy and don't turn it into what you think of as a fear, but think, I'm just a little, I've got the butterflies. You get that before a basketball game. Anything you do competitive, you get on a radio show or a television show like this that's on the internet, you get the butterflies, and it's a good, healthy nervousness, I would say. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I know just in the workshop I did the other day, is one thing I told the clients that we had there, that if you're prepared, you're going to always, like for going for interviews. We talk about going for interviews and how you can put your best foot forward, and first impressions are so important. But at that interview, that if you're prepared, you're going to have some nervousness. You'll have little butterflies. But if you know the kind of questions and how to answer those questions, it's just a matter of working through it, and you'll be okay. If you're not prepared, then the fear is going to overcome you.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just being prepared.
I know I work with my students a lot with test taking strategies, because some of these kids have major test anxiety, and you do need to work through the fears and help them cope with them. So, and preparedness is very important.
Techniques, different strategies and techniques.
Fantastic.
So for people who might be, I'm sorry.
Well, go right ahead.
I was going to say, for people who might be interested in public speaking, how does that feel, and how do you get to that point and that level that you feel confident enough to get up on stage and talk in front of an audience?
Good question.
I think you really have to be convicted. That's where your passion plays a really strong part. Where your passion will drive you, you'll be informed. You need to have confidence in what you're presenting, and then just really have the desire to want to help others and to share your knowledge and to really give it. It's a gift to give others your knowledge and your information, and it's really kind of a shame to hold back what you have from others. So we look at it as a blessing to be able to offer anything that we have that can better someone else.
And when we were 3 years old, our mom put us in a local market, contest for singing. And the two of us got up there and we sang, and we won this great big bag of groceries,
bigger than us.
huge bag of groceries to take home. And that was our first experience getting up there, and we sang "I Love You" a bushel a peck.
And we thought it was fun.
Yeah,
we thought, well, this is fun.
It was
this
enjoyable.
Is a play for us.
So she just kept putting us on different stages, and we just kept going, and we just enjoyed it, and it was comfortable. But there were times we'd get nervous too, and our knees would be shaking, and we'd feel a little wobbly, but we really loved it, and we enjoyed it. But I remember in college, when I was getting my degree, the one teacher said, you have a choice. You can do a 20-page written kind of a report for a final, or you can do a 5 to 10 minute speech. Which did I do?
Let me think.
I don't know.
She danced.
Out of 65 people in that class, there were only 5 of us who got up and spoke. That's how much people fear getting up and speaking.
Yeah.
So that's something that Meryl and I feel that we can help people with as well, helping them get up there and get over their fear, conquering their fear, and helping them with their presentation skills to feel comfortable and confident.
Melanie made a point, by the way, also, in that we started at a young age, and our mother kept encouraging us, and we had more and more opportunities where we were on stage, where we were in front of people, we were doing presentations. And it's like anything, the more you practice, the more you rehearse, the more confident you feel, the more comfortable you are, and more willing you are to take that risk and to step out beyond your comfort zone.
Absolutely.
Stretching's important.
It is.
Yeah, to get out of the comfort zone, definitely that is very important. I remember going back that I had a big fear of public speaking, and I had to take a speech class in college, my first year in college, and one of the requirements we had was to actually do a monologue in front of the class, closed quarters, right there, staring at me. And you want to talk about shaking in your boots, but having said that, that was one of the best experiences I could have ever gone through to prepare me for what we're doing right now, because now I feel like this is fun, I'm relaxed, this is enjoyable, a little bit of nerves, but they're good nerves, having a good time.
It's fun.
And people don't even...
very comfortable with it.
You're right. And people don't even realize this at this point in time, but there's something that should make me really nervous. And that's, we just lost Kathy's video feed, so hopefully she'll come back.
We noticed that.
We wondered if she was still there.
We weren't going to say anything.
What do you want us to do now?
Well,
I'll be Kathy. You'll be.
I'm Brian.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get her back. I'm gonna switch a little camera here, so we're
missing her.
Yeah. So I'm going to put us both on camera here so we won't one of us hog the spotlight. But there is so much we could talk about. The hour always goes by so fast, and there's so many points you've hit on that you already sound like you're well on your way, because we have had many guests on our show that all say similar things. The importance of seminars, the importance of getting over your fear and speaking, the importance of writing a book. It continually rings true over and over and over. And one of the things that Kathy and I have found in doing this show with all the speakers we've had on our show thus far is it comes down to the same exact things every time. For those who are already at the point of what you would call success, they've made it to the point where they're happy, they've reached their goal, they're no longer going to a 9-to-5 job, etc., etc. They have made it, quote unquote. And it's just a repetitive thing I keep hearing over and over. And Kathy and I are also, we feel we're deep down that path as well, and so we're gonna be able to ride this journey together and actually chronicle alongside you and see how we both do in comparison with each other. It's not a race or anything like that, but very interesting to see what paths we both take. Right now they sound very similar. A lot of education. People talk about others and their education as far as now we're going to seminars, and you and I both know that some of those courses were not cheap. They were very expensive.
No.
But
Yeah.
but let's compare that
But
to
they're investment.
But you're not,
It's an
you're not
investment.
talking about paying for something when you invest in yourself,
right.
and you will reap the benefit of it, and it'll return, you know, tenfold.
Yeah, James Valenchek, our mentor and coach, always says, our site went out too, always says that really it's not costing you, it's an investment. You're investing in your
Exactly.
future because you will get it back.
It becomes free once you have returned the benefit of earning just from what you've learned from the seminars. So it's a worthwhile investment, and you have to value what you're doing.
And you have countless individuals paying heavily for private colleges, for big name universities, etc. I have
Yes.
nothing against higher education, don't get me wrong, but when you go
No,
through those
we
schools,
appreciate it.
how many of those actually concentrate or have courses that talk about how to become an entrepreneur? When I went through,
No.
there were zero, none.
Yeah.
So basically, it was
Yeah.
get a degree, get a job, and enjoy your life. You know that. You know, they
Yeah.
kick you out the door after you graduate and say good luck and go get a job working for someone else. And the way I put a parallelism between that and what, you know, parents would pay for their kids to go to college, and what we now as adults later in life are doing to further education, but to now take what we've learned over a course of our experience and go into entrepreneurialism, where we become our own boss and are not at the beck and call of a company or a corporate structure, what have you. So it is an investment, as you said, very, very true, that it's an investment in your future. It's not a cost, and that's very key. I'm glad you brought that up.
It makes a big difference. And
Well, it's exciting, this little journey we're taking together. We just feel so privileged to be doing this with you.
Yeah, me too. I just wish
we
Kathy
love it.
could join us.
Enjoy.
I know it.
We've just had such good conversations with Kathy over this past week.
She's been
We're so happy
We're
too.
missing you, Kathy, wherever you are.
Yeah, I was gonna try to
Our-
sneak in pulling up Skype here to see. She's been having off and on intermittent internet issues at her home, so I'm gonna see if she is out there.
Well, she sure trained us well.
And this is all part of what you experience in a business.
Exactly.
And how you ride it makes a difference.
You know, we have another mentor too, Craig Duswat,
Uh-huh.
and he is fabulous and helps us with our book as well. And he says the same thing on that too. You're going to have technical problems along the way.
Yes.
And it's just little hurdles that you
You
get
go with
through.
'em.
You go with them, and you're going to make it through to the other side.
Yeah, I actually met Craig at the event. That's the same
I
one,
know,
right?
he's great.
Yeah.
The rock star.
Yes.
Rock star for success.
Very
Yeah.
personable individual. In fact, he only lives 30-minute drive, 40-minute drive from where I live. It's so.
Oh, you're
Really?
lucky. It's quite a
Yeah.
hike for us, but it's worth it.
Yeah, he was very personable. He offered a lot of great tips. He talked about writing books, if you remember,
Oh yeah.
and writing lots of them, small ones. I mean,
Yes.
if you're watching this show, get to these seminars. Find out. One great one we just went to was, as we had mentioned, Wealth Builders. It was called Wealth Builders Event, but you can Google it, Wealth Builders Summit. They're all over the country on occasion. Now Kathy and I are kind of following along, and wherever Mark Victor Hansen goes, it's in our area. We've been to 2 of those recently, and I think Kathy might be trying to come on again, which is a good sign. I see her name. There she is.
Hey,
Kathy is
Kathy.
back.
Welcome
Let's bring her back in. Welcome back.
Can
Well,
you,
we
can
we've
you
been
hear
blessed
me?
to,
Yes, we can hear you.
You okay, Kathy? We've been
Yeah,
blessed
you
to,
know
to
what?
be with Mark a number of times.
And Jack
That-
as well. Jack
that
Canfield.
darn
and both-
Firefox. The Firefox just crashed. I should have had it on IE, and I had it on Firefox, and it just crashed out on me. Good
All
to be
right.
back.
Nice
Great to
having
have
you
you back. We
back.
missed you.
We were talking about how much we missed you, and we wish you'd come back.
Were you like clicking your red jeweled heels together?
Yes.
We were saying, come back, come back.
We wish she was home. We wish she was home. But yeah,
Okay, so tell me, what were you discussing before I came back on?
Well, we were talking about the value of people attending these seminars and workshops and boot camps, and Brian was bringing up that you are now
Mark
working
Victor
with Mark
Hansen.
Victor Hansen that wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul. He co-authored it with Jack Canfield.
We've been working with him.
We've been blessed to be with both of these gentlemen, and actually we've picked up some really strong tips from both of them that we will be able to incorporate in our own business.
with James Belichick as our mentor and coach, he has really provided so many opportunities for us that we've been really very fortunate with. Meeting all these bigwigs and all these celebrities and all these important people that really do make a difference in your lives. And they all say it's who you're around, it's the connections you have, the connection, the people you meet. So it is important to network and meet all these people. You're not only building relationships, but you are building a trusting, and you want to make sure who you choose for the relationships you pick too, because the values are so important, and that's really important to us. Just like the two of you share the same values we do, and so we feel very, very fortunate. And James has brought us in with a number of people that have done that for us, including Mark Victor Hansen and, oh my gosh, Joe Theismann.
Now, who would have guessed we'd ever meet Joe Theismann? And right after the movie Blindside was on, and he was wonderful. We had dinner with him and spent a lot of time with him, and we got up personally, signed, autographed football each other.
Right on. I was watching the game live. I was watching the game live. Unfortunately, the game that ended his career. Yeah, it was gruesome. But look what he's done as a result. He has a good head on his shoulders. You know, it wasn't just
super.
Yeah, that boy.
He's a fabulous man. He's got such character and
charisma,
and he's a great speaker.
And he's not bad to look at. Hey, and talk about
we love you, hubby.
Talk about not bad to look at. Rockstar Craig says to tell you you gals look wonderful. And
Craig, love you too, Craig. Love you, Craig.
Love you, Craig. Say hi to Natasha and the boys.
That's great. That's great.
Awesome,
we
Craig.
Love the support. Appreciate
well,
it.
you know, you were talking about how important connections are, and Brian and I have been blessed with a friend of ours, J.W. Nigerian, that has brought some phenomenal people to us through his connections here on the Internet Citadel show. So I just wanted to make mention of him as well, because he has become a very dear friend of both Brian and I, and you know, just continues to connect us in that way. In fact, going to the Wealth Builders Summit like we did not only afforded us the opportunity to meet you two, but JW, because in frequent events like this, had a lot of acquaintances there, and so made some additional connections for us at the same time. So
that's nice.
It was phenomenal. It was great, and it was wonderful taking pictures with all of the all of those beautiful people as well.
I know.
And JW is so connected. I mean, this was amazing, because I said, Melody, Marilyn, I've got to introduce you to this great, terrific guy. His name's JW. And okay. We ran over there. He was busy talking to another individual, and they said, which one is he? That one? I said, yeah, that's him. He goes, oh, we know him. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know JW? So JW, love you, man. We just want to say hi, and
hi, JW.
Thank you for everything you've done to help us with this show, and we look forward to continuing with him and many joint ventures down the road. We've got some things going already. It's unbelievable. There's no way to quantify how important it is to attend these events. If you have to miss work, that's an investment in your time. If you have to miss work and you miss pay, that's an investment. It's not a cost, as Melody and Marilyn very accurately pointed out. So whatever it takes. If there's one near you, my goodness, take advantage of that. If it's within driving distance, you just saved airfare. Find an inexpensive hotel. It could be off the beaten track if you're worried about what people think or what hotel you come out of or go into. It doesn't matter. Just go. I cannot stress that enough.
This weekend we're going to Craig's. Craig has one in L.A. at the Renaissance Hotel.
Oh, yeah?
The following weekend.
Yeah.
Where is it at?
The following weekend.
Well, hey.
At the Renaissance Hotel, the Rockstar for Success.
Well,
he's having a boot camp there for 2 days, and James
Belichick
will be there too.
And I mean,
Tom
talk about
Antion.
rockin'. He rocks. I absolutely loved his presentation.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Well, if Craig's on the chat,
yeah,
if Craig is on the chat, where's our invitation? He's leaving us hanging here.
Yeah,
You guys, you're welcome to come here. Love
Craig,
you
you've
too.
been challenged.
Guess what, Craig? Guess what we're bringing?
Well, you know what he just said? He said, yeah, Brian and Kathy, why aren't you coming?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You should be.
All right.
You should be.
Yeah.
Tom Antion's another one of our mentors too, and he'll be there. He's great at the internet.
He's fabulous with the electronics and the internet industry.
What was the name again?
Tom Antion.
Ah.
Yeah. You know, the other thing about these seminars that you go to, it's really nice. You get so much information. You have so many people there that are just awesome presenters, have a wealth of information to share, but also their emphasis is in each of these seminars, the giving back mentality. And so you'll see at the different ones, like we really felt very strongly committed to, we feel strongly committed to helping children and helping people that are abused, and also with education. Well, at our last boot camp with James Melanchek in his Millionaire Speakers Boot Camp, he had LEAP Foundation.
Yeah, Bill Dorfman. You might have seen him on the doctors.
Right.
The doctor programs, and
Yeah,
he took a leap, the makeover, and he has a leap foundations in San Diego that we plan to go to for a week, and Jane's going to be speaking there as well. But we want to just be there like a little sponge and help the students.
We want to volunteer and help them.
Yeah, we're going to be volunteers there to help them through that week to be successful, to help them through school and to have better lives for themselves. And then we also intend, so Bill, if you're listening to this, we still are on board wanting to go to Africa in August with you for a week.
That's the end of July.
Yeah.
August,
yeah.
I'm
on anyway.
In August it'll be the LEAP, LEAP Foundation, and that is for leadership building for youth, and that's really valuable to us. So we want to support that. And then Mike Koenig, we met. He does the traffic geyser. He's outstanding. He's become friends with us, and he had a special fundraiser event at John Azaroff's house
that we attended.
He was involved with the movie The Secret, and we attended that. And the benefit was just for the kids, and it's for African kids that were.
Mike's wife is the one who leads that.
So it's not all about just take. It's having a consciousness of giving and returning.
And that's what we want to do.
So that's really, to me, important to find seminars that embrace these kind of standards and these values.
Well, I sure hope I'm saying this right. It looks like I had to put my eyeballs on there. It looks like St. Bob.
St. Bob?
Hi, M&M, you look great. Yeah, it looks
Saint
like
Bob.
St. Bob, something. Okay.
St. Bob.
Hi, M&M, you look great. Look forward to seeing you this summer.
Is it our cousin Bob?
Oh, we are the California West Coast Keemers, and we are having a family reunion, and we are in charge of it this time. So with our other sister and our brother, we are putting on this in California, and so I think that's Bob, our cousin. Hi, Bob, and say hi to Terry.
It's kind of hard when people are using abbreviations for me to tell who they are, but anyway, says you look great and look forward to seeing you this summer.
Well,
we
too.
Yeah, and by the way, I want to throw in to Rockstar Craig, you need to come on our show, buddy. We need to have you.
We'll get him on here.
Yeah, we need him on here so he can rock with us.
Yeah, I was going to say, we often say.
I would like to know, because we're.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We do this all the time. Ladies first.
Like us.
I insist.
No, go ahead, really.
I was just going to make a little funny, so go ahead. Right back at you.
Just tell me, Craig just says, just tell me the date and time he's in. Right on. We'd love to have you. What I was going to say was, our hour is coming so close to an end here, but one thing I wanted to ask them was, what tips at this point in your journey, and with what you've been doing, what can you share with our audience that, little tips or tricks or something that you would want to share with them at this point?
Well, big part of it, communication. And we always hear this, God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for listening and for speaking. And so 2 ears to hear more, listen to people more than you talk, and to help them to understand that you want to show them that you're interested in them, not all about you, but it's about the other person. And wait until they ask you about you. Don't start talking about you. Let them do all the talking about them. Read a book years ago that we loved, and we resonated with that one with Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And then also the Norman Peale one, The Power of Positive Thinking. And so that has been a real key for our whole family, is the communication, and also for being very positive. Don't be toxic. Be the positive person and encourage others.
Mm-hmm. You know, also, what we feel is really important is you have to have an ongoing assessment of what you're doing, and you need to kind of look and reflect on where you're at and readjust as you need to, and that's okay. So you do need to do checkups. You need to have healthy checkups as far as where you're at and where you're planning to go. We were reading in Jack Canfield's book that he gave us,
Success Principles.
Principles. And one of the key things he said in the book, if you did not do anything else out of this book, it was to ask this question of yourself or others. This is on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate our relationship, whether it's in our service that we're providing, in the products that we're doing, in our books, and get an honest assessment, because that's the only way you become better at what you're doing.
You can grow.
Because your goal is to reach the needs of others, and if you're just caught in your own needs, you become tunnel vision and kind of limited on the growth that you're going to make and the success you're going to have and how effective you are for helping with others. So evaluations are important, and if it's not at least a 10, you said then ask, what is it that we would need to do, or what would you like to have happen to make it a 10?
Yeah.
So you have to be open and willing, and you need to be vulnerable to allow yourself that opportunity
to grow,
to make a difference.
Yeah.
And you'll be more impactful, more successful if you do.
I remember one time hearing a long time ago, and I don't remember who said it, but I remember them saying that it takes 13 positive comments to negate one negative comment.
That was Mom.
Yeah, Mom, probably. That's how negative. That's how negativity is so strong, and so that was a big part of our background, is that be positive, be very positive, and get all the toxins away from you, the negative vibes, the negative people out of your life, because it's not healthy. And if you are negative, then work on yourself so that you don't become negative for other people.
Now, regarding being positive, if anybody walks the walk, it is you two. I have never seen a frown on your face.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Even when you're walking the halls, when no one's eyeballs are apparently on you, you're just beaming with a smile. You're loving life. You're being positive. So you truly emanate exactly what you talk about, and that's what I love about the both of you, amongst many other things, is your integrity. You're just, I don't know, I just want to reach out and give you a big hug, because you're just so adorable, and we love everything about you, and we really love that you've been on our show.
Brian, I just lost you. Oh, maybe I'll use melodies.
We're sharing now.
We got to well, listen, I want to tell you, Rochelle is saying,
oh, that's our sister.
Is saying hi. You both are doing terrific, and you look great. And Craig, the rock star, is saying, I agree. Two very positive people. Love you guys.
Oh, thank you. Rochelle's our sister.
Oh, okay. Hi,
That's
Rochelle.
our sister. Hi,
We
Rochelle.
love her.
Hi, Rochelle.
She's like a triplet to us.
Yeah,
we do everything together with
she's
her too.
our best friend too, and we have our brother Gary,
who's up in
from
Washington.
The stinker left us. Oh,
I did it again. I pulled it off. I'm sorry.
You know, Brian, appreciate you saying, by the way, that you see that we have positive, and it's a choice. You can choose to be happy and to enjoy your life, or you can choose to be miserable. And we choose to go through our life being happy. So it's attitude. Attitude is key, and we do talk about that with our coaching and our mentoring in our workshops.
You know, and Rochelle just called in our sister, and it makes me think of what we said before the show started, when we started singing. When you say something, song seems to come out of us. I mean, we just think of different songs. And our brother-in-law, who is Rochelle's husband, told her one time, and we said, you're wrong. He said, life is not a musical, and we think it is.
Okay, I want to test
We
something.
like it.
I want to test something. We did this earlier before we started the show.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just going to say one word. You ready? Sisters.
Okay.
Sisters.
Sisters, sisters, there were never such devoted sisters. Never had to have a chaperone, no sir.
I'm there to keep my eye on her.
Caring, sharing, every little thing that we are wearing. Is that it? We started a little low. She's gonna kill me. I started a little low. She's like, whoa. I should go up high. Sisters, we should start up higher.
Encore, encore.
Oh my gosh! Listen, I just want to tell you, this has been an absolutely delightful, quick. It just went by so fast. Hour with you two. It has been wonderful getting to know you prior, to even getting on the phone with you.
Likewise.
As you had mentioned
we've
before,
loved it.
Brian and I both feel such a connection with you and just such a love for you two ladies, and we're so excited to have you back on the show, in, I don't know, like 60, 90 days, kind of to see where you're at. Look forward to have you sharing that with us.
Oh, we're excited.
Can't wait.
We look forward to it.
Actually,
action plan.
Thank you so much, and I'm going to give you back to Brian.
yeah, actually, real quick, I would like to ask that question, and not to put you on the spot, but maybe, I'm sure you thought about this. Where would you guys see yourselves in, say, 90, 120 days from now? Or where would you like to see yourselves?
Good
We'd like to
question.
see like to see our book out there being sold like crazy. Our book will be completed.
We'd like to actually talk to people about doing a TV show. We'd like to
Wow.
see about getting on to maybe doing a talk show and helping others, whether it's parents and siblings and multiples and twins and multiples,
Relationship
or
building.
or Cisco and Ebert. We love movies. We're big on movies. So, but doing something in that realm. But we know for sure in the 90 days that we want to have some bookings, more bookings as far as getting out there and speaking, doing keynote speaking.
Fantastic. Well, I don't know what Kathy and I could do to help that, but we would love to help you in any way we can. So always keep an open line to us. Give us a call.
Thank you.
Shoot an email. Whenever a thought occurs and you have an idea and you want to bounce it off somebody that you don't really know that well yet, we're here for you. You can bounce that off us as well. We love to.
Okay.
We've had people. Kathy just had one today that gave us some unbelievable ideas. So what you said was true, but we really need to close this off to respect everyone's time that came on. For everyone that's watching
thank
live, Craig and all of the family from the Keemer side of the house, we want to say hi and thanks for coming on. I mean, we call we call this a family show,
Thank you
but
so much.
we call this a family show, but I had no idea. But
Well, you are family to us.
Wait till we bring our 10 grandchildren. Between us, we have 10 grandchildren.
wow,
Right, and hi to Glenn, and hi to my mom, Dorothy. She's on too.
it is a family show. My goodness.
A little bit of family.
And-
it is.
and-
Great, that's what it's all about.
Beautiful, beautiful voices. We didn't mention that part of their bio, but they had quite a lengthy bio on the vocal side of things, so they're very talented singers as well. So anyone out there looking for talent and come to speak, they'll probably be open to it. I can't speak for them, but maybe we'll have you for something down the road to help us with our show
Thank you.
on that end.
And you're going to let us know how we can help you as well.
Oh,
This is reciprocal.
Yeah, we got to stay in tight contact all the way through this and see how well you guys are progressing and help along the way any way we can. That's what we would like to do.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your support.
We appreciate you having us on. This was fun. It was a blast. And we have some people already we've talked about that we're going to head your way.
Oh, fantastic.
So
We
you'll
love
want on
having
the
you.
Well,
show.
thank you so much.
Like Craig.
Thank you.
All
and
right.
James.
Yeah, right on, Craig.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
And
Thank you.
can't wait to have Craig on the show. This is recorded. I hope he knows that.
Yeah.
But
You rock.
yeah, he does. He's a great guy.
Yes, that's what I was doing. You rock, rock star. Or no,
That's
maybe
it.
you
Woohoo!
rock, rock star. Yeah.
All right. With that, I would like to thank everyone once again. Kathy, as always, thank you so much for being a wonderful business partner, but more importantly, a wonderful friend. We talk daily.
You as well, Brian.
And this is a woman of integrity that I can't imagine doing business with anyone else outside of my own family, of course. But Kathy is a gem, and I treasure our relationship with her and with each other. And the Keemer twins, Marilyn and Melody, thank you so much for spending this time, and we appreciate your time on the show. With that, we're going to be back next week with yet another great show, another wonderful guest that we just found out was coming on recently, which we are very, very excited about as well. And we will come back at a future date, maybe 3-4 months down the road, depending on progress, and we will check back with Melody and Marilyn and see how they are progressing in their quest for success, and that is how they define success, not how we define success. But with that, I would like to say thank you to all. Kathy, do you have any parting words?
Nope, I just want to say thanks again, Melody and Marilyn and Brian, and good night, everybody.
All right.
Good night. We
Good night,
love
all.
you.
Good night.